evening, everybody. It's week number 10. Here we are in Archbold, Ohio, high atop Spangler Field. On the press box, it's the road crew with Landis Utopia Burmeister on the camera, my faithful sidekick of many years, Jimmy Leatherman, and me, Old Spiker, one of the voices of the Liberty Center Tigers. Obviously, tonight, our opponents, Archbold Blue Streaks. Archbold, Jim, comes in at, I would say, a very deceiving 1-8. Of course, they had that one game that was reversed later on. But last week against Wauseon, they gave the 7-2 Indians all they wanted and a little more. My understanding is they had the ball late in the game with a chance to win it, but didn't quite pull it off. But for Liberty Center, they're already assured of a home berth. Is this a night where Liberty could come in with a little bit of a flat spot?
Spike, I don't think so. Tigers haven't shown that all year. I mean, they've bounced back from that one loss against the friends from the South there, Patrick Henry. And I'm telling you, this team has gotten better as the weeks progressed. They've had some injuries. They've played through them, developed a little depth, and actually polished their game a little bit as we moved along. So I don't look for a flat spot. I think the Tigers know that that second season is fast approaching, and they want to be ready, and they want to do the things that a championship team can and does do.
Okay, 50th meeting here between Archbold and Liberty Center. Archbold with a slight 25-23-1 edge. But Tigers have won 12 out of the last 14.
I thought it was dead even, Spike.
Well, if my figures were right, but it's awful close. All right, kick deep. Uh-oh, they've got a seam. And Hill, I believe, on a saving tackle
Andrew
up at the
Hill.
44.
Andrew Hill playing, one of the deep men. He just made that sideline work for him and just crowded him right over there and made the stop. But, boy, that Blue Streak had a seam, and he was streaking up the sideline. Going to give him good field position to start.
Yeah, it looked like they had him hemmed in, but all of a sudden the hole popped. He was there. So the Blue Streaks will have the ball just across their own 45-yard line, 1st and 10. Tigers show 8 men up in the box. Give straight ahead. Knifing up inside.
59, Espinoza getting up. And
one of the linebackers got a good shot through there, too. I'm not sure, Jim.
Yeah, Carpenter, they gave him credit for. You know, a little bit about Carpenter, that senior linebacker for the Tigers, also playing on the offense there, is leading the team in tackles, Spike. Tyler Carpenter stands on top of the heap. A lot of good tacklers, a lot of excellent defense, but Tyler Carpenter with the top statistic.
All right, give off tackle on the right side. Tiger defense all over that.
Oh, big Denham foot.
Yeah, as they
put the bear hug on him and rode him into the ground
there.
Yeah,
Denham came across, made the play. We've got starting at tackles tonight, Espinoza, number 59, and Denham foot, number 70.
For the Blue Streaks from their own 46. No gain on the play.
So 3rd and 9.
You know, a Downey coach team, Spike, would certainly run it. Ran it forever. But this year they have passed. He's thrown for nearly 1,000 yards, this young quarterback.
Yeah, a very extremely talented quarterback in Goring. They line up 3 wideouts. They throw the home run ball. And a great defensive play. I believe that was Brett Babcock,
yes, sir,
number 2. He was stride for stride with him, Jim, and couldn't have defended that any better.
Spike, that was absolutely perfect. He seemed to know the zenith of that route.
Yep.
And then when Streak wanted to kind of bend her off toward the middle there, Brett had perfect position on him. Almost made a pick there.
Yeah, that you're not going to see better high school pass defense than that.
Good to see that Brett Babcock back. Man, he took quite a streak there where he had to sit down and nurse an injury, but Tigers are certainly happy to have him back.
All right, back deep is Babcock. A long spiraling punt. McClure takes it there at the 14, looks for a little running room, and gets it up across the 22. And Jim, Ryan McClure's first touch of the season. Ryan got in on a little special teams play last week.
Yep.
Ryan had missed the entire season with an injury, but he's back in the lineup.
I think you're right, and boy, what a storied past that McClure family has in Tiger football. And well, his sister played quite a little bit of basketball.
Oh yeah,
not long
one
ago.
of the all-time greats at Lady Tiger basketball.
Yeah.
All right, now the Liberty Center Tigers come to the line of scrimmage. We've got Hill, I believe that's Hill, spread wide to the far side. And over here, Casey Bodenbender. Quick drop, 3-step over the middle, slant, caught by Bodenbender, up across the 35, and we're going to have a late flag. I think I would expect a face mask from the position of the penalty.
Yeah, I think he got a piece of the head there when he was making a kind of a swipe tackle. But man, what a great execution play there, Spike. Just a nice slant, but perfectly delivered. Casey caught it like he knew he's supposed to get it, and he does. You know, if he can get his hands on it, he's going to own it.
Yeah.
Brian Babcock has just very quietly, sometimes not too quietly, but just excelled at quarterback for the Tigers this year. And when they need a pass, he can do her. He's completed over 50 passes.
Yep.
And that's a lot of passing for a Tiger.
Yep, that's right. And it's only getting better week by week.
Yep.
All right, same quick 3-step drop. They go the other way. And overthrown. A little extracurricular there. Trey Sonnenberg gives Moeller a little bump. Still within legalities, of course.
Yeah, Tigers prefer to run and have plenty of statistics running, but when they need a pass, senior quarterback Brian Babcock has just been absolutely almost flawless in his decision-making, Spike.
Oh, yeah.
Can lay that ball right
Definitely.
where it needs
Knows
to be.
when to dump it and when to get rid of it. All right, 2nd down and 10. Ball at the 42-yard line of Liberty. Gives straight ahead to Sleeve, got a lot of running room, breaks up inside, up across midfield and down to the Archbold 48-yard line. A gain of about 9 on the play.
Spike, how about the Tigers starting this drive with a couple of straight passes? When have you heard of Rex Lindgren coach team opening a football game with a couple of passes right out of the blocks? And of course that opened things up there. Tate Slee on the old up the middle there, a great run.
Well, do you remember the time somebody held a 6-gun to his head? That was the last time that happened. All right, 3rd down and 1. Ball at the 49 of Archbold. We've got a wing right set, Hill in motion left. Here is the give to Slee. Hit at the line of scrimmage. Barrels his way forward, and I believe the spot is going to be very close, Jim.
Yep.
It may be enough for a 1st down.
I think, yep, that's a signal.
All right, we'll give Slee a gain of 2 on the play. That'll make it 1st and 10. We'll try to set the offense here as well be Hill, number 20, the filling in a wingback tonight for Paul Smith. I'm sure we'll see a lot of different running back and wingback combinations there. Bobby Black, the center. We've got Carpenter on the right and Miller, the guard, on the left for Liberty Center. Give to Slee. Slee picks his way up, down inside the 45, down to the 43. All right, tackles tonight will be Hesterman on the right, Espinoza on the left. You know, those guys, the Liberty Center line, Jim, has just done a tremendous job all season.
They have.
And they just continue to move, roll, and get better.
They do, Spike. That is a great line on both sides of the ball, and they're oftentimes they're outweighed, which is the case usually in Tiger football, but by golly, they get her done.
Quick drop. They're going to throw the home run ball up for Bodenbender. Caught! Touchdown, Liberty Center! Holy cow! From 43 yards out, Bodenbender simply outran the defender, caught it at the 10, waltzed into the end zone. Liberty goes up 6-0.
That was a perfectly thrown ball. It was right there where it needed to be, and looked like the boys kind of greeted each other there a little bit, but there was no flag, and there were a couple of officials close enough to see if there was anything untoward. But it goes as a wonderful home run ball, Spike.
Yeah. Well, Jim, 3 passes, about 3 runs, and the Tigers move 78 yards for the score. Kick up and good.
Yeah.
Good snap, good hold, and up good. So at the 8:19 mark of the 1st quarter, Liberty Center forces a 3-and-out punt. Then they take over the 8-yard return by McClure, and then the 78-yard march on 6 or 7 plays is all, Jim.
Yeah, no, they were well executed. You know, never nary a hint of a yellow flag. Archbold flagged for inadvertent headgear tackle on a slant pass there to Bodenbender. But other than that, a clean drive, but well executed. And from our vantage point, we'll be able to have real good camera work on that line play as they fire out across the line of scrimmage. And I tell you, they're establishing themselves right out of the get-go here, Spike.
Yep. All right, now we'll get some sponsors here while we've got a little bit of time. Special mention for Jerry and Karen Miller as they wish good luck to their son Derek and the entire Liberty Center football team. Also, Patty and Randy Hill wish good luck to Andrew, number 20. You know, Andrew's been a great asset for Liberty this year. You know, he's able to fill in here, fill in there, play great on special teams. A big touchdown catch on the end line one time. So tonight filling in.
Number 20 is a very integral part on the overall efforts of this Tiger team this season.
Just another kid that's too small to play football at Liberty Center, Jim. Somehow they managed to find a way to get her done.
They put pads on. They put pads on, and all of a sudden they are tough. Bring it on. Bring it on.
All right. All with that being said, Dave's Auto Service with Dave Perry, the Tiger Shop with Bob and Julie Shaddy, the Holgate Metal Fab with Jeff and Todd Spangler, KK Collision with Kyle Kern, the Henry County Bank with Bill Wendt, locations all over Henry County, Swanton Welding with the Zeider family, the Dugout with Steve and Catherine Parasini. And now the kick, a short bounding kick taken at the 30-yard line. First hit made there, was it Bobby Black or was it Hesterman that got up off that?
I don't know.
Yeah,
I guess
that may have been Bobby Black, 73.
All right.
Got down there and got the first hit on the return.
Yep. All right.
That's hustle, Jim, when the kicker can get down there and make the first hit.
Yeah, but then he knew where he kicked it, so he I don't know whether there's any advantage to that, but boy, another key player there, that Bob Black. And then a very talented toe that he exhibits from time to time, and we got to have it on those conversions.
All right, Blue Streak show a little rollout action. Pass fires over the head of the intended receiver. Coverage there by Casey Bodenbender.
Yeah, and on the rush over here on the young quarterback there, he didn't have too much time, Spike. He was kind of rolling, and he maybe had to squeeze that pass off before he was quite ready. But, you know, that's been the mark of the Tigers all season, is to put some heat on that quarterback. Get him, not let him get a rhythm, you know, just keep bothering him. And then sock it to him when you can.
Yeah. All right. Foot and Espinoza the tackles. Moeller and Hesterman the defensive ends. Now lobbed out there, one-hand grab. And that's going to be close to a first down. Jim, I think we're going to be looking at third and less than a yard.
Yeah, that was a nice grab. It was over on the Tiger sideline, but looked like he put one hand out and kind of waved that ball out of the sky and wrestled her in and come close to keeping the driver alive for the streaks there. But it is 3rd and 1.
Gene Goring, number 12, their quarterback. I believe he's only a junior, no, a sophomore, I believe.
That's true. He is a sophomore. They're going with a lot of youth this year.
All right, they saw something. Ooh. Quarterback sneak, and Hill is going to bring him down finally after a gain of about 8 yards.
Yeah, good sure tackle by Andrew Hill, and had he not done that, I don't know. But whether that was an audible or not, but he didn't have any trouble at all knifing through that line of scrimmage. It just wasn't a Tiger right there where he stepped.
I think with that 4-man front and with the tackles split, of course, that means that somebody's got to stay at home on the inside at linebacker, and I think they probably picked something up off the up-top coaches. All right, that gives Archbold a 1st and 10. Ball at the Tiger 43-yard line. Here is the pitch coming wide. Hesterman fights through a block. He's going to make a tackle at about the 41, but we've got a flag from the other side of the field. That would indicate holding to me, but we'll wait and see.
Yeah, that's the call, Spike.
All right, so I believe we'll be walking backwards here. And while the referees set the ball and get the spot of the foul marked, we'll get some more sponsors. We've got Trucker's Paradise with Lynn and Jerry Ripke. You know, Jerry, maker of those 57 wonderful kinds of homemade pies.
I've had a lot of them, Spike, but I don't know as I can notch 57 in my gun.
Oh, yeah.
57?
Just like Hines, Jim.
Wow.
All right, and I tell you what, I was out there a couple days ago. You cannot beat eggs and potatoes and bacon.
And then pie.
Oh,
And
man.
then
oh, yeah.
pie.
Oh, well, in my dream. All right, also we got the Sky Bank in Liberty Center. Pizzanello's Pizza with Craig and Sherry Myers. Twice a day buffet, 11 to 2, 5 to 8, and a slice of pizza to go during that time for just $1. All right, Archbold comes out with one white out to the far side, man in motion this way. They set, they fake the pitch, going back, has to lob it out there, picked off!
Yep, Brett Babcock, number
Mr.
2.
Tiger, Brett Babcock, number 2, drops off of his linebacker spot, got back, got up, elevated, brought it down at the 40-yard line.
Yeah, I think the Tigers knew they were going to see plenty of passes because that is a kind of a tendency of this edition of a John Downey football team, and Tigers probably schooled pretty well,
Yep.
To defend against the pass as well. They should as they're looking toward the playoffs.
Yep.
And,
yeah, they're going to see more of it.
Yeah, Kyle Hesterman had a whale of a dandy rush on this
Yes, I
quarterback.
wondered if that was who that was.
That was Kyle Hesterman.
I think that forced him, Jim, to throw off his heels, and that may have botched up the pass enough.
Well, at the very least, it made him nervous,
Yeah.
I mean, pressure is something. You see those guys coming with blood in their eyes, and I'll tell you, it takes quite a quarterback to stand there and make the pitch. So I think you got him a little nervous.
Yeah. All right. Illegal procedure, the call against the Tigers. That'll make the situation 1st and 15. Tigers will have the ball back just inside their own 34. 7:07 remaining here on the first quarter clock. Okay, a few more sponsors. Speece Trailer Court with Rick Speece, one of our original sponsors. B.A. Miller & Sons Trucking with Norma Miller, also an original. L.R. Babcock Plumbing and Heating with Bill Tiplady, Danny and Francis Brown. Davis Farm Services in Delta and Liberty with Grandma Karen, Uncle Kurt, Father and Mother Kelly and Todd for Casey. All right, that one didn't fool anybody. Tigers maybe get a yard, and that'll bring up 2nd down, and we'll call it 14 yards to go. Liberty Center needs to get to their own, we'll call it their own 49-yard line. Well, Jim, here's a place in the game. You've got the 1-score lead, but you want to try to break something loose. You want to get the other team down 2 scores if you can. They've got to believe they're not in the game. You've got to instill that into the Blue Streaks. So the Tigers need to make something happen. Here it is, Slee, cuts to the outside. He's got running room at the 50, to the 40. Stays on his feet all the way down inside the 30-yard line to the 28.
Yes, sir. What a run by Tate Slee. There was a seam in there. I didn't get who threw the block, but Streak's not apparent right at the line of scrimmage. He popped through there, and all of a sudden he was digging for the sideline. Great yardage there before the secondary, the deep secondary, safety and whatnot pinched him over there.
33-yard pickup for Tate Slee. That was off a Hesterman side at tackle, and Casey Bodenbender the end. Casey, I think was in there at a tight end lined up the last time. All right, Tigers now come out with the wing left with Hill out there. Slee takes the pitch, tries to kick it outside, in trouble, and probably drops a yard or two. Archbold got out in front of that and pretty much had that stymied.
Yep, now Tate Slee is going to draw a crowd from now on. There was about 5 streaks had him eyeballed as he was trying to sweep to his left. So I would assume the offensive gurus for the Tigers will come up with a little wrinkle here, Spike.
I'm sure that they've already been working on that a few plays. They're going to be a few plays ahead. All right, Tigers line up with 2 tight end. Hill the wing on the left, Slee on the left, and Babcock in the right. Hill in motion. Here is the give to Babcock on a little delay off that left side, and again, Archbold right there to snuff that out. So now the Tigers pushed back to their 30-yard line, and that's going to make it 3rd down and 12. Of course, Jim, we're in that 4-down territory. So Liberty Center maybe can use that quick 3-step drop, find that quick slanter, that little out to the Moeller, the tight end.
Yep.
And actually, it might not be a bad running down with that man in motion, fake to him, and that give to Slee up the middle on that trap. So, all right, they bring Bodenbender out wide to this side, double wing set with Slee the lone setback. 5-step drop. Babcock fires a wobbly pass. He's got Bodenbender out there.
Oh.
And Bodenbender almost comes up with a circus catch, but a good defensive play.
Number
Martinez
11.
is the name.
Number 11 there for Archbold, pretty well defended there. He had a little swat at the ball, and then Casey, he almost got it, had a chance there a little, but not to be.
Yeah, he got jostled right at that exact moment when you've got to pull it in, and at that point he got hit for the second time, and that probably enough to knock it loose.
Yeah.
So 4th and 13 at the Archbold 30-yard line. Tigers have a double wide out to this side, wing set this side. 4-step drop, fires over the middle. Cotton. Oh, no. Oh. Well,
yeah.
You saw it. We don't need to describe it.
Oh, my goodness. Spike, he was smelling touchdown. He had plenty of clearance. He could smell those 6 points. It was a well-thrown pass. It was there.
Yep. Well, hey, I've seen that stuff happen on Saturday afternoons, and I've seen it happen on Sunday afternoons, especially if you're a Lions fan.
Oh, yeah.
All right, so the ball turned over now to Archbold. They'll take over at their own 30-yard line. Archbold with the offset eye. Here is the pitch coming this way. Tigers trying to get out there, but a nice gain for the Blue Streaks. They're going to be up near midfield, a gain of about 20 yards.
Yeah, that was a good streak play there for Archbold. They had a 2-time there on Kyle Hesterman, the right defensive end for the Tigers, and they kind of neutralized him, Spike, and they were able to get around him then, and here they come.
Yep. Well, you've got to have, the secondary's got to step up. The linebackers have to make sure that they can get out there and stop that stuff. So Tigers just have to make adjustments. Tigers show 4 down linemen, 2 linebackers, and a 3rd crowding line. Gives straight ahead. And stays on his feet, slowed down by Babcock, and Hill on the final stop at the 40-yard line. A gain of 11, and I think we're going to have another first down for the Blue Streak.
Yeah, that was a well-conceived Blue Streak play there, Spike. That happened pretty fast, and he had a little running room up the middle there.
All right, at the 4:19 mark of the first period, Liberty leads it 7-0, but Archbold on the move. They've caught Liberty hither and yon, and the Liberty Center Tigers elect to call a timeout to regroup the defense. All right, during the timeout, now we'll catch up with the rest of our sponsors. We've got the Liberty Center Consulting Group with Mark and Jody Bly, Mark the Captain Bly, Schaefer Truck and RV Sales and Rentals with Terry and Todd Schaefer, Miller Brother Trucking in Napoleon with Skip Miller, Eon Industries with Judy Leininger and Dawn Bender, Mitchell Farm Equipment with Tom, Pat, Barb, and Mike Mitchell out there right beside B.A. Miller & Sons Trucking. Meyer Badenhop Insurance Agency with Glenn in the Napoleon office, Bob and Marge Jurassics in the Liberty Center office. Ken and Robin Carpenter, Liberty Center Carryout with John McClure. Tim Bowen Water Hauling Service, the Tiger Athletic Booster Club, and, of course, we don't want to forget John Slagle in the memory of good old Donnie Sharp and the stinking rotten, no good yellow flag.
Sometimes they're good, though. We got one last week there, at least maybe a couple of us, Spike, that we kind of appreciated them.
Yeah, touchdown saver. Straight ahead give. And Archbold finding a little few things they can do now. They pick up about 3.5.
Yeah, Denham Foot and also Jordan Espinoza getting up off the bottom on that one. And they give Jacob Perchlick credit over the PA system.
Yeah.
I don't know. Is Jacob in there?
Yeah.
Okay.
Perchlick, number 78.
Yep.
Perchlick and Tyler Carpenter, the inside linebackers tonight to start the game. And Tate Slee and Brett Babcock, the outside linebackers. So man in motion. Quick drop. They fire out there to the motion man. And he drops the football at the line behind the line of scrimmage. And they're going to rule incomplete. Again, Jim, if you drop those are dangerous because are they laterals or are they passes?
Well, I never see them called a lateral. I mean, I'll agree with you. If it's behind the line of scrimmage, then it ought to be a free-for-all for the ball. But I don't remember the last time they've called that stuff.
No, I agree. I don't remember either. All right.
But we were playing off of him. That looked like Archbold had it figured there. He had about 6 yards to where he could pick his broken field there.
All right.
Had he caught it.
3rd down and 7. Ball at the Tiger 35. Wing set left. They fake to the running back. Now they throw out there, and that's going to be again over the head of the intended receiver, but a flag on the play. Jimmy, I don't know. Probably holding again, but we'll see.
Yep, that's what the call is.
All right, now.
Holding against the streaks there.
Now
Yeah.
here, this is interesting because you can take the penalty, push them back as far as real estate options, but on the other hand, you force fourth down. So which way do we go?
I think they're going back.
All right, 10-yard penalty. The Liberty Center Big Brass.
Scoring update. In the first quarter, Wasion 6, Patrick Henry 0.
Hey, hey, hey.
Yeah, Tiger fans liking that announcement over
Yep.
the public address system.
No. All right. As we said, Tiger Brass makes the choice to accept the penalty. So that's going to make it third down, and we're going to call it 17 yards to go. Wide outs to either side, man in motion, single setback. The snap out of shotgun, looks, now fires short, and Tatesley all over that! No gain on the play!
Oh, yeah.
Hog-tied, horse-collared, and blasted down!
Yep, and Kyle Hesterman just a step off of lambasting the quarterback back here as he threw the ball.
Well, once again, we see the wise decision on third down to accept the penalty.
Yeah.
And, and that it's probably a good call. I mean, who am I to say it wasn't? But they Archbold may decide to call that four-down territory.
Yeah.
Now back at midfield.
Yeah, that's true enough, Spike. That's exactly a way of looking at it. And Archibald's season is, if they could somehow pull an upset here, they would have made their season.
Boy,
So
kind
they're
of a
liable to
shanked
try
punt
anything.
that takes a backward bounce for Archbold, hits at the 22,
How-
and down at the 24.
That was not much of a net. I don't think that crossed the original scrimmage line by only about 6-8 yards.
Officially, 21-yard punt. So Liberty Center not buried deep in a hole. They'll take over at their own 24. 2:45 left first period. Tigers lead it 7-0 here on NC TV5.
Yeah, and Tiger defense has been right there, Spike. I mean, there's been a few running plays popped and a pass or two, but Tigers don't have any big holes on defense.
All right, give to Babcock the second back through, but Archbold all over that, meets him at the line of scrimmage, and that'll bring up second down.
Actually, they got him a little before he
Ouch.
got to the line of scrimmage because that's a loss of about 4 there for him, or at least 3.
Archbold was Tyson Prue.
Well, maybe 2.
Loss of 1 on the play.
Just 1.
Yeah, I think.
that guy over there running the yard marker signs, that certainly can't qualify as Liberty.
No, he has no polish. He has no
he could not crack into
experience.
Liberty's lineup on that chain
No, he
gang.
couldn't even make the 22-year waiting list. All right, quick drop. They look for Bodenbender. Finally looks up. Oh, cannot come up with a catch. I believe that Martinez, number 11, got a hand in there at the last minute and made an adjustment to Casey's view side.
I believe he had a hold of Casey's arm there a little bit, and I don't know why it wasn't called there. Casey got up kind of, indicating
that's right.
that, but as Casey was striding and ready to reach for the ball, he only had one hand to put up there.
Yeah,
one arm to
good
reach
point.
up. The other guy had his arm tripped because he was beat.
Now,
Now that'd have been where a good old yellow flag would have been a great friend of ours. And
Yeah.
I think Casey deserved it on that.
Well,
What do you say,
thereof.
Landis? Are you looking that play over? Was he interfered with?
All right, quick drop back. Now he's going to throw to a wide open Bodenbender if he can run it down, and just out of his reach at midfield. Boy, that time they brought Bodenbender, and
Wow.
there was nobody out there.
I don't know whether he was looking into the light when he was trying to flag that down or what, Spike? What was
Well,
the
he
story
was
on that?
led a long way, and, a dead over-the-shoulder catch like that where you've got absolutely no angle, twist to your body at all. A very, very, very difficult catch to pull off. Mike Huffman will check into the lineup now as the Tigers with a 4th and 11 in punt formation. Black, high twisting roller, takes a Archbold bounce. Hill there to down it at midfield. On that third down play, I was watching Bodenbender, and when he came down, he did an up and an out and then an up again, and his very first move was when Babcock fired the ball. So
Just a reminder at half
Bodenbender had about 15 yards of real estate that he ran before he ever looked up.
Yeah.
And there was the ball.
Yeah.
If he wasn't interfered with to make a possible play.
I'm sure the Tigers have been working on this passing game too, and a team that looks to go far in the playoffs, Spike, they've got to have balance.
All right, Streaks with the ball, just short of midfield. They fire over the middle. Babcock picks it off. Brian Babcock up the sideline, makes a cut at the 45, and dives his way ahead to the 50-yard line. Another turnover. The Tigers secondary, Jim. I'm telling you, this may be the most talented bunch that I've ever seen.
Well, you know, they've got good speed back there, Spike. I don't know if you lined them up on a 100-yard dash with all the Tiger teams we've had, there'd be some that would probably beat them. But I tell you, overall team speed, this Tiger secondary's got it, and they've got savvy.
Savvy, there's the key word.
Well, they can kind of smell those passes. They know about where they're going to be, and they don't fear receivers.
That's right. I think that's the best way. That was definitely a 10-cent store word, this savvy. That is definitely what is the key. All right, Tigers come out, wing right set. Here is a little delay. Babcock firing deep. He's got Moeller out there, and Moeller makes the catch. Moeller at the 10-5. He's into the promised land. It's a Tiger touchdown. It's a Tiger touchdown. What a job by Jason Moeller. He simply fought off the defender, come back, took the ball, and ran over him into the end zone.
Yep, he did exactly that. Completely redeemed himself from that other touchdown that he was smelling when the ball was delivered. But, boy, what a pretty play there. Quarterback Babcock kind of hid that. Kind of a little bootleg almost, or hid the ball a little bit, let those receivers get out there, step back, and throw about as pretty a ball as you could throw out there. Jason Moeller, sure-handed tight end for the Tigers, number 82, takes it to the house.
All right, Tigers set to go for the point after conversion. Snap by Moeller, good. Hold Babcock, good. Kick by Bobby Black, up and good. Tigers convert, they lead it 14-0. 1:21 left in the first period. Let's see, line of scrimmage. Where did we start on that, Jim? That was at 49-yard line.
Yeah.
Thanks, Landis. You know, right there, Archbold is doing everything they can to stop Liberty's offense. They had everything geared up inside, so the Tigers run a little play action, and boom.
Yeah.
Jason Moeller comes back, makes a major league play from the time that ball is in midair. He tangled with the defender.
Yeah.
He not pushed, but battled him, jostled him for position, came back and got the football.
Yeah, exactly. And officials and everybody had plenty of view on that. That's just football, you know. You're out there struggling a little bit, and you're going to have a little contact on occasion, and no advantage gained. It was just contact, and then when the ball comes, then you can have a war, if you will. But
yep.
Jason Moeller was going to own that ball, and indeed he did. But how about Brian Babcock had thrown less than 100 passes coming into this game. Over 50 of them were completed, 9 of them for touchdowns, and here he is schooling this young guy. I know he's a young guy for Archbold, but I mean schooling him in passing percentages and just decision making.
Oh, yeah. And the coaching staff has confidence in Babcock. You know, he has grown into the position quite well.
Well, he truly is enjoying himself.
Oh, absolutely.
And doing well at it. Not only throwing touchdown passes, but picking them off on defense. How about that for a game?
All right, Bobby Black's kick, taken down there at the 11-yard line. A seam, tripped up. Let's see.
Andrew Hill again, number 20.
Yeah.
Spike, that's at least twice tonight that he's made saving tackles there.
Somebody knifed forward and got him, just got him tripped up a little bit. It could have been Bobby
Remember,
Black.
that was.
I didn't see who.
Okay. I'm not sure. Bobby's a hustler. He got down there quick again.
Yeah, well, he's.
But I'm not sure who got the. But again, like you say, Hill in there making that key stop. So the Blue Streaks with good field position at their own 40. Give off that left Tiger side. Slowed up by number 59.
Who's getting up off there? Got a 7.
Yeah, Espinoza came across,
Yeah.
got him slowed down, and then Slee was there,
Well,
got him stood up,
right.
Slee polished him off.
Tate Slee was fighting off his block, Spike,
Yep.
and when he got that job done, he polished him off.
Good Tiger defense. You know, we hear about Patrick Henry and Wauseon defense, but this Liberty Center Tiger bunch is a scrappy, roughneck bunch, if you will. Give straight ahead, nothing doing there.
I like that. You're talking about them being exactly that, Spike, and then they come up with a big tackle for loss there.
Yep, and Jordan Espinoza again makes another defensive play.
Yeah.
Of course, help from Honaki, number 77, and of course a host of other Tigers.
Yeah.
But I'm telling you, when Espinoza and Foote and Bobby Black on the interior, when they turn it up a notch, and then you've got Hesterman and Moeller out there like drooling dogs, pincers, Doberman pincers, if you will, waiting to mop up.
Yep.
I mean, this Tiger defense is tough.
They have a good time out there, and they know how to play.
And then you take a Tate Slee,
That will be the end of
who
the first
probably should be wearing a muzzle, and Carpenter,
Yeah.
a senior that, like you used the word earlier, with a lot of savvy. And then you've got Weekers, who stepped up his game. Let's see, 77 Honaki gets in there. Perchlik, number 78,
Yeah.
as a sophomore, playing tremendous
Yeah,
football.
and then your defensive ends, oftentimes Jason Moeller and Kyle Hesterman. How about that play of Kyle Hesterman last week? That was the play of the game, according to the WNDH, Dave Clack. And they gave that to Seth Weekers, but of course the coach, head coach Rex Lindgren, in the post-game interview straightened him out. In that particular series, Seth Weekers wasn't in the game, but it was Kyle Hesterman after the Delta back broke through the line of scrimmage and had about a 6-yard head start.
Yep.
Was headed for pay dirt, and Kyle Hesterman says, "I think I can run you down," and he did, and he lassoed him and threw him down, and that was a big event in that game against Delta there.
Yeah, you could see it. Hesterman found another gear at about his own 35-yard line.
Yeah.
And I tell you what, it wasn't creeper.
Yeah. Well, those are bragging right performances there. You know, he'll have a tape of that. Somebody will get it for him. And
Yep.
And I'm telling you, when oh, Dad, you didn't play football. Yeah, I did. No, you didn't. Hey, let me just show you how I play football.
Yeah, baby. All right. Now back to live action. 3rd down and 8 for the Blue Streaks. Their own 42. Out of shotgun. Rolling right. Has a man open. No, he's going to turn it up and run it. And got running room now. Babcock there. And finally pulls him down inside the 30-yard line.
Yeah, nice run by that Archbold Street quarterback, just a sophomore, and he saw what looked to be a little area for him to get started on, and he was waving these blockers around a little bit and took quarterback playing safety to corner him against the sideline spot.
Yeah. 32-yard gain, so the first play of the second quarter, and the Blue Streaks are in Tiger territory at the 28-yard line. Give to the first back, not much doing there. Skyver, number 34, gets down to about the 31, so we'll call it a gain of a couple. It'll be 2nd down and 8.
Joe Honaki with the tackle for the Tigers. Gain of 2 on the play. It'll be 2nd and 8 for the Blue Streaks from the Liberty.
You know, Liberty, we've talked about the defensive line, the defensive end. We've mentioned the linebackers. The defensive backs are great. And, you know, at linebacker, they've got a lot of depth. Liberty can run people in and out,
yes, and
fresh
they have.
people. Yeah, and it makes a huge difference for the defense. Now they fake the pitch, give it to the wingback, coming through, slam down.
As a
Coming
quarterback
across.
coming across there.
Yep.
Boy, I'm telling you, if ever there was a quarterback that loved to hit out there, it's got to be our number 8. I mean, he saw where that ball carrier was coming, and he took a beat on him, and he came and he blew him up there right down the line.
All right. Short yardage for Archbold. 3rd down and a long just 2 yards to go at the 20. They need to get to the 18-yard line. 10:26 left, second period. Wing right, now they roll right. Has a man open in the flats, caught, and hauled down at the 15. That's going to be enough for a Blue Streak first down.
Casey Bodenbender met him there and kind of drove him out of bounds, but a nice touch pass by that sophomore quarterback. So he looks like he could be a true passing quarterback. And isn't that pretty unusual, Spike, for a John Downey coach team?
Well, yep. But, you know, people say this and that about coaches, but they are making the adjustment to football and the
Nothing
new
doing
century.
there. The Tiger defensive line of scrimmage pretty well was there. Big 77 Joe Honacki and Espinoza said, you're not coming across us here. Perchlik in there now replacing Honacki.
All right, second down and 10 at the Tiger 15. Give to Skyver. Skyver tries to run against that Tiger right defensive side.
Not much there.
Against Carpenter and Hester, or excuse me.
Yeah, big 78 getting off of that pile there too.
Yeah, Perchlik getting in on a lot of stuff tonight. So 3rd and 8 in the red zone,
Must
4
be
down
the
territory.
Nickel package, if you can call it, coming in there. I believe that was Ryan McClure. Is he in there on defense right now?
Let's see, number 18. Yeah, I believe he is out there on that far side. Rolling this side, looking for room, cuts it up. And a nice hit there by Tyler Carpenter at the 10.
Yep, good sure tackle.
Yep, Ryan McClure was spotted out there as a
Right.
defensive back on the far side that time.
Yeah, he was on the line of scrimmage, but then he dropped off in pass coverage, Spike.
All right, the Blue Streaks are going to opt to set up for a field goal. That'll be attempted from the 17. It'll be a 27-yard attempt. Tigers looking for that possible fake. Nothing doing there. And kick is up. Splits the...
No good.
No, it floated off to the right. Boy, from here I thought it may have been good.
It was, you just about had to see that ball going on the other side of the upright because it looked like a pretty kick, but Striped Shirt says, nope, you got to put her between those uprights.
Well, you always hear about talk of going for field goals in those situations, and here's the downside. Liberty Center comes all the way out
To the
20-yard line.
Yeah.
Instead of having the ball down around the 10 somewhere.
Yeah. Well, yeah, go ahead, Spike.
No,
Sorry.
and no, really, that's the size of it. So now the Tigers with a much better field position. Here's the fake to Babcock. Fires. He's got Bodenbender caught out there at the 35. Makes a great spin cut. Breaks a tackle. Still battling. And up near the 45-yard line.
Oh, man, what a strong arm throw, too, by Brian Babcock. I mean, he dripped back, and that's a long pass, Spike. That covered a lot of yards, and that was pretty much on a line.
Yeah, and Babcock fired it, like you say, on the line. Bodenbender out there came back to the football after a strong move to get himself open.
Yep.
That is good receivermanship, if you will.
Absolutely, and it's indicative that they've practiced this, Spike. They're working on their passing attack as well as what they do on defense and always the rush. It's a pretty balanced and fine-looking Tiger team we're looking at here.
All right, 1st and 10 after a gain of 23 yards. Ball at the 43-yard line of Liberty Center. Here is the fake again. Babcock has time, throws the home run ball for Moeller. Moeller out there, and a good defensive play, and perhaps even better than I thought. It's going to be pass interference.
Wow.
P.I., baby, with capital letters.
Yeah.
Well,
Jason Moeller had him beat, and I think Babcock would have liked just a little more gunpowder behind that shot, if you will. And anyway, then they got to scrapping for the ball there, and apparently against Archbold, so that's a good yellow flag there.
Well, and it's probably, in a way, it's good for Archbold because it's better to give up the 15-yard penalty than a catch all the way down inside the 20-yard line.
Yeah, Jason had him beat, Spike. I mean, he was out there.
Well, Babcock threw it high, threw it long.
Yeah.
That ball was probably 50 yards in the air. Well, regardless, Tigers with a 1st and 10 at their own, Archbold's 41-yard line. Wing set to the right with Hill. Here is the give to Slee. Slee battling and driving his way forward, down inside the 40-yard line to about the 38. Gain of 4 on the play.
Also there was Justin Souter for the Blue Streaks. A gain of 3 on the play. It'll be 2nd and 7 for the Tigers from the Blue Streak 38-yard line.
You know what we're seeing here, the Tigers maturing as an offense. They know they can run the ball. Archbold knows they can run the ball, but the Tigers putting that honing that fine edge on that passing axe. Uh-oh, play blown dead at the snap.
I believe they're going to count the Tiger left side offsides. Yeah, in motion there a little. Now, Spike, you got to go back quite a few games to where the Tigers got flagged for something off the line of scrimmage there on the offense, if you think about it.
Excellent point. You are right, Jim. The Liberty line, not something I was consciously aware of, but you are right. Great perception there, or a great observation. They have not had any problems with jumping this year.
That's right.
The procedure calls.
Well, and that's a mark of a well-disciplined team. I mean, you know, these Tigers, they're serious when they come to the field here.
All right, Archbold's defense making adjustments. Tigers a little cross-buck fake. Babcock fires deep again. And a great leaping grab by Muller! Caught at the 18-yard line. That same place they had the play before.
Yeah, man, I don't know how he caught that. Stretched up, get as much stretch as he could. He just had to use one hand so he could reach it. That big old meat hook, and he just pulled her down.
Oh, they're soft. Jim, they must be just as soft as a baby's butt, maybe. But really, that's where he is best, when he has to go in the air, make the catch with his hands only.
Yeah.
I think before, maybe it got in his midsection.
I don't know.
See,
but,
his
Jason,
midsection is probably just like an old washboard, just as tight as can be, and it probably bounced off his gut.
Yeah, well,
see, as tight as it was. Now in those soft hands,
he's got to elbow his brothers for a crust of bread there at Moeller household, you know.
All right, play action. Back, fires deep. He's got Bodenbender. It's caught! It's caught as a Tiger touchdown! Casey Bodenbender with a man draped all over him. Hauls it in the end zone. Tigers go up 20-0.
Yep, great pattern by Casey. He had position there. He kind of ran that receiver off a little bit and turned around and had the whole body looking toward the quarterback. And a great strike there by Brian Babcock. And there you have it. Tigers looking like, hey, this passing game is a lot of fun. Nothing to it.
I have never, in all the years I watched Liberty Center football, I have never seen a Tiger passing attack be this potent and be used this much, not when they were behind, but when they're ahead.
Yep, how about a great surprise?
All right, the kick is up, drive straight, true, up, good. 21-0 Liberty Center here, midway in the second quarter. Jimmy, we look quickly at this team. Now, here's Liberty Center. They're prepping for the playoffs.
Yeah.
They want to keep people healthy, and what better way to do it than go to the air? Showcase this. This tape will be traded around forever and a day on the tournament trail.
Yeah.
And now opponents are going to see a team that, hey, this is Liberty Center. They have the ability to run the ball. That is their tradition. And what is this?
Yeah.
This is Air Coryell. This is the old Green Bay famous quarterbacks down through the years.
Yeah.
Play action, bombs.
Yeah.
Oakland Raiders.
Yeah.
Home run balls. Now, what is going on?
Well, at the very least, Spike, it's going to make any team that's facing the Tigers defend the whole field. And that's a good thing, because they can't just concentrate, bring them all up on a line of scrimmage or what all, because clearly the Tigers are very comfortable throwing this pass. I mean, it's just, they're having a good time out there. Just like the receivers know that, hey, we're experienced, we're strong, that pass is meant for me, we're going to catch it.
Yep.
And the quarterback's throwing with great confidence, no hesitancy at all. You just run the pattern, there's going to be the ball.
Bobby Black, end over end. Kick taken there by Fruth at the 20 and brought down. Nice open field hit.
64, Kyle Hesterman.
Yeah, and I was going to call him Seth Weekers, 54. That's an easy mistake to make.
Yeah.
With the way the number is shaped, and of course the orange number is a little tougher to see.
Yeah, well, Seth's out there now.
Yeah.
Seth Weekers is out there.
And that's another true blessing. We've mentioned it already. We'll say it again, is the Tigers' ever-increasing depth on defense, where you can move people in and out and around and about.
They're stacked in a lot of areas, Spike. And
all right,
boy,
hey, check this out. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 wideouts over here.
Yeah.
Staccarino!
Okay.
Jason Moeller!
Yeah, who else?
And
63.
63,
There,
Miller.
yeah. You know, I know, Spike, I never saw an offensive set like that. I mean, I don't know how many guys you can send out, but the whole team was over here. But, you know, the Tigers say, wow, why don't we just tackle the quarterback? What's, you know, all this fancy stuff.
Yeah.
He's got the ball, and he just went back there and took care of business.
Hey, we're going to see it again. We've got the single center, 2 wideouts to the far side. We've got a man eligible over here, plus the wideout. Now they throw underneath. It's almost like a giant screen pass. All right, caught, breaks one tackle. Perchlik had a hand on him back at the 45. Didn't let go, and the Tigers caught up.
Yeah,
Several
Hesterman.
Tigers all over it. Hey, but
also, Seth Weekers. Now we had Hesterman and Weekers on that stop there, Spike. But,
well,
you know, Tigers have got to come up with a little bit of defense here. See?
Well, we laughed at it a play ago, and then we watched Archbold pick up 25
okay,
yards.
Here we go. We're gonna...
Yep, same way. It kind of like last year. Just gets rid of it in time. Caught. Tries to run underneath. And a big, big hit.
Yeah, here comes a flag on
that one.
He did indeed, and comes a flag out there, and boy, I can't for the life of me figure that out. That all looked clean over there.
It was too hard to hit. That's why they threw it.
Yeah, they're going to cut.
Okay. Maybe he may have had a
all right.
hand on the face mask when he hauled him down.
Well, they're saying as much.
But a vicious hit.
Yeah. Yeah. Well, that sure brings some excitement when you don't have any protection for the quarterback. I think
my!
Just
Who
center.
almost nailed him? Who was that?
I didn't catch it that time.
Well, you know, that's some of the related type stuff that we saw in the playoffs last year when the Tigers did a lot of different things to match up.
Now look at that. On the line of scrimmage up there is just a center. Everybody else is scattered way out.
All right, Tigers pretty much in man-to-man defense. Here comes the pass rush. Hesterman puts it on, ball caught, and tackled by Brian Babcock inside the 20-yard line. Another Archbold Blue Streak first down.
Boy, that is a true shotgun, Spike.
Oh,
I'm
yeah.
telling you, he's back there.
Yeah. Shotgun with a triple barrel maybe. You know, you got to like the way the Blue Streaks are coming at this thing.
Yeah.
It's wide open football. John Downey throwing caution to the wind. He's last game of the year. But I'm telling you, this is not a 1-8 team. Let's call them 2-7. They won 2 games essentially. But this is not a 2-7 team out there.
No.
They've moved the ball.
Yeah, they've got an awful lot of youth, and he's looking to the future and going to build from there.
Oh, big open field hit. Brought down right now, Casey Bodenbender. Yeah, that is going to be a loss maybe of a yard on the play. 2nd down and 11. Hey, and I like this. Hey, the Tigers might as well see stuff like this now.
Yep. No surprises that should really rock them. I mean, they just be prepared for anything. Everybody get a man.
Double wide out to the far side. And we're going to get Archbold timeout. 3:47 to go in the half. Tigers lead at 21-0. Okay, now they flip-flop. They put the screen pass style out there to the far side, the 2 wideouts over to this side, and the center by himself. They caught now down at the 12-yard line, tackle right away by Bodenbender, and that's going to push the Blue Streaks down to about a 3rd down and about 4 to go.
Yeah.
Clock running, 3:25 left here in the half, but the Blue Streaks threatening to get on the scoreboard. Now they come back to a more conventional set on 3rd and 4. Double wide out to either side, single setback. Out of shotgun. Gorig fires, and the pass is just short enough that falls incomplete on a diving attempt of the catch. So 4th and 4.
It'll be 4th and 4 for the Blue Streaks from the Liberty 10.
Jimmy, this year in the NWAL, I think we've seen a league that has been dominated by the pass. No longer, and so I think it's been good preparation for Liberty.
I think that's an astute observation on your part there, Spiker.
All right, now rolling hard. Going to throw it out there in the flats. Incomplete. Hill was all over that, though, and I think had a great chance to stop him short.
Oh, yeah, Andrew Hill wasn't going to let him get the first down yardage, and just good defense there. When they got done with all that fancy smancy stuff, Tigers are going to get the ball on a 4 and out there. On the fourth and
the 4th and 4 attempt, yeah. All right.
I think the Tiger defensive rush there against that wild offensive scheme they were showing there showed good restraint. They were bearing down on the quarterback more than once, and I've seen a time when, you go ahead and take your licks, but I think they showed good judgment in not making those hits.
Yeah. All right, now Tigers look to set something over to their right side. No, now that's play action. They've got Bodenbender out there, and that's picked off. Excuse me, Moeller.
We have a flag on the play. Illegal shift will be the call against.
So that means the play's dead?
Yeah. Liberty keeps the football, I believe.
Yeah, I think so. I believe the play's dead before the...
no, Jimmy, maybe not.
No, I guess not. Streaks are going to decline that penalty and evidently get to take the intersection, Spike. But I thought that was a dead ball foul. It was whistled dead right from the get-go, but I guess not.
Okay, now the Blue Streaks come out with one of those umbrella offensive sets again, with a big leak right in the middle of it. So the Tigers are going to put a rush on. Gorig has to know it's coming. He fires quickly out there and caught behind the line of scrimmage. Tigers do a great job of bottling that up, and a loss of about 6 on the play.
Yeah, I think Archbold might have already got all the good out of that, if you will, Spike. I mean, when they first showed it there for a series, we didn't quite know what to do, Hey, where's my guy? And that kind of thing. But Tigers have had time to talk that over a little bit on the sideline, and I'm sure the coaches have got a scheme to neutralize that.
Yeah. Tackle was given credit to Andrew Hill, number 20. So the Blue Streaks come back out, more conventional offensive set. 3 wide out spread to this side. Out of shotgun, fires over the middle. Incomplete. Brian Babcock steps up and knocks it away.
Yeah, this time Kyle Hesterman was close enough. He could go ahead and lay into him there. And
did he get him?
Yeah, he got him.
He looks a little tender coming off that field.
13 Blue Streaks from the Liberty 40.
Well, and the Tigers like this now. They can just pin their ears back and fly now with that 3-touchdown lead.
Well, and they know there's going to be passes, so I'm telling you, your defensive line there, you can see their breath over there as they're lining up to the line of scrimmage there. They're going to use up some energy here.
All right.
Perfect night for football, Spike.
Yep, out of shotgun, double wide out to this side, doubles to the other side. Great pass rush. They set up a screen. That could go here. And the tackle made inside the 30-yard line, so Archbold picks up about 12, but not quite enough for a first down.
They're giving number 8 quarterback Brian Babcock credit for the stop over there, Spike.
Yeah. .154 clock running here in the second half. Archbold now with Gehrig rolling right, fires to the end zone. And his receiver, I think, just got his legs caught up underneath him, tripped himself up a little. And Hill, just like Hill, good pressure. He was all over.
Oh, yeah. Well, he was there for defense, no question. But you're right, that streak receiver got tangled up there trying to run that pattern.
Yep.
All by himself.
With just over a minute and a half to go, we'll see if the Liberty Center Tigers are getting caught up in this wide open Canadian Football League style football, if you will. All right, we're going to have a timeout. We'll be back after the Tiger timeout. After the timeout, Tigers come to the line of scrimmage. Hill in motion the other way. Play action. Babcock back. He throws upfield, and that's going to be long. 3 Tigers in the area, Moeller, Babcock, and Bodenbender, but Archbold had 5 defenders also right there, so it falls incomplete. Complete pass Tigers spread out our bone bender to this side. Now they're going to give it to Slee up the middle on that little delay, but that goes nowhere. So it'll be 3rd down and 10. Wide out for the Tigers. Here's the give straight ahead, Slee. Slee tries to twist his way forward, gets up near the 30-yard line, and we're going to get a Blue Streak timeout. They want the ball. Still 1 minute and 12 seconds remains on the first half clock. All right, after the Archbold timeout, Tigers in punt formation. Black fakes it, the little end around. Uh-oh, up at the 30, it's Hill, the 40.
John Graveman.
Johnny Graveman, a first down for Liberty Center.
John Graveman, I'm telling you.
Boy.
That guy was coming, Spike. He took that handoff after the fake punt, and I mean, he was booking. It was good stuff, though.
All right, after the Statue of Liberty style fake punt, Tigers with the ball. He throws deep, defender there, picked off down around the 15-yard line. Well, one thing that does do, Jim, it pins Archbold back fairly deep in the battle for field position.
Yeah, true enough.
All right, Streaks now with a 1st and 10 after the penalty up at the 36-yard, their own 36-yard line. 38 seconds, clock running. Out of shotgun. Has time. Now some pressure from Hesterman, I believe.
Hesterman.
And Sagarino! Hesterman there. Sleet help pull him down along with Seth Wiekers.
Yep.
No, Moeller, excuse me.
No,
82 in there on the assist.
Yeah, but also
and Seth Wiekers.
Yeah, a lot of Tigers there, but I think Kyle Hesterman probably get credit there, but he tackled him in kind of an awkward put down there. Guess he's okay, but you know, you always worry when a guy goes all out, and he looked kind of discombobulated as they're making the play, that all the shoulders and arms and everything.
All right, after the timeout, Blue Streaks with the ball, 2nd down and long, 20 yards. And hit big, pass in the air, caught, no dropped.
Oh, man.
Holy mackerel.
I'll tell you, quarterback needs another set of eyes in the back of his helmet there, because Kyle Hesterman had a full head of steam up like we know he can come up with, and quarterback never saw him coming. That was big. Yeah, Kyle nailed him there. I'm sure that's going to look pretty on the film there for the Tiger Rush.
Wow. Yeah, that's what you grunt and groan for all week long, is a chance to make a play like that. Moeller also in on that play. Now motion, Skyver going to the far side. Now drops back, hit again, fumbled, ball loose, picked up by the Blue Streaks, but Gehrig actually picks up the fumble.
Now that was Jason Moeller. Jason Moeller put the wood to quarterback there. And I tell you, I think that quarterback's wanting a half here pretty doggone quick, Spike.
Tigers are going to want another shot at the goal line. It's 4th and 10, or excuse me, 4th and about 18 for Blue Streaks with 10 seconds to go, and Liberty Center wants a chance to make something happen here.
Yeah, you know, the hits that...
Okay, 4th down, 18 yards to go, and Archbold in punt formation, back deep. High, spiraling, wobbling punt. Babcock back deep. He's gonna be forced to let the ball bounce around. Clock will run out here in the first half. And Jim, probably one of the most interesting, one of the most wild first halves I've ever seen Liberty Center Archbold football. It's the Tigers 21, Archbold nothing. We'll be back with a halftime stats. All right, we'll get as many of the stats in as we can before kickoff. In that first half, Liberty Center, 26 plays, 252 yards for just about 10 yards a play. Archbold, on the other hand, controlled time of possession, approximately 16 minutes to 8 for Liberty Center. So Archbold ran 40 plays, but only 108 yards.
At the half, Montpelier leads Delta 13-7. And at the half, Patrick Henry over Wasion 27-13.
All right, quick break there for scores. Anyway, Archbold, 40 plays, 108 yards. That's just about 2.5 yards a play. And Liberty Center, like I said, only 26 plays, but 252 yards, and that good for almost 10 yards of play.
Wow.
Liberty rushing the football, 12 carries, 69 yards, 5.8. Okay, here we go, kickoff. End over end. Babcock steps up at the 16-yard line, works his way upfield, has running room, slips one tackle, another up to the 45-yard line. About a 35-yard return for Brett Babcock.
Yes, that was, Spike. He came off that injury, and he's been a big part of the Tigers since his re-entry there.
Oh, yes, he can do so many things, and he's a spiritual leader on top of that, even for the Tigers. But he does so many things and does them well, and it just helps fill out the Tigers on both sides of the football. All right, we'll get the rest of the stats as time presents itself. All right, they have Hill in motion this way from his wingback spot. Give to Slee. Cuts it outside. Breaks one tackle at the 50. Stays on the feet, lumbering his way down 40 and inside, and tackled down near the 33-yard line.
You know what? He's faster than the Archbold secondary gives him credit for, Spike. They didn't take good angles, and he turns what wasn't a lot into a big gain.
Oh, yeah, great job there. Great blocking on the side of Hesterman and Casey Bodenbender. He got up in the middle of that, cut to the outside, picked up 22 yards.
From the Archbold 33-yard line.
So Liberty may be looking here in the opening drive of the second half to put another nail in the coffin. They lead it 21-0. Hill in motion, going the other way. Here is the give to Babcock, behind Slee. Pulled down from behind, pickup of a couple. He had running room, but a good defensive play by the Blue Streaks.
Yeah, they closed that hole pretty fast there, the Blue Streak defense there.
Yep. Okay, the Blue Streaks ran for both 74 yards and passed for 74 yards. All right, my bad. That's 148 yards. That's about 3 yards of play. So the Blue Streak offense, 148 yards. Liberty Center, 252. Liberty was penalized 4 times for 40. Archbold 5 times for 55 yards. Now Hill in motion the other way. Give to Slee. Slee tripped up, but manages to stay on his feet long enough to pick up about a short 3 yards, and that's going to bring up 3rd down and 4. Jimmy, it kind of seems almost what's anticlimactic after that wild and woolly, wide open first half. Liberty Center out here running the football, trying to run clock, and it's almost like, where's the beef? It's
yeah. Well, the excitement has subsided for just a little while, but I'll tell you what, Tigers seem to be up to any challenge. There's a miscue on the snap. And Babcock right down to cover that.
Yep. And there's another thing that the Tigers have had really good execution this year is the quarterback center snap. A very few. That's only the first or second one that I can remember all year.
Spike, do you have on the tip of your tongue or in your thought process, is there the ratio on takeaways or giveaways for the Tigers?
Liberty Center coming into the Delta game was a plus 15 in the takeaway column.
Okay.
Something like 23-8 or something about that.
That's a mark of an excellent team.
Absolutely. Absolutely. All right, double wing back set. Quick drop. Babcock, Bodenbender out there wide open, makes the grab, nice cut, back down and hauled down at the 15-yard line, and that's well more than enough for a Tiger first down.
Yep, a pass when you needed it.
Yeah, well, the Tigers got pretty wide open in the first half, trying out a lot of new things, and now, like you say, a more controlled attack here. So the Tigers will have that 1st and 10 at the Archbold 15-yard line. Babcock comes back after sideline instructions. They'll set Babcock wide to this side. Moeller, the tight end, on the far side. And in motion comes Hill. Quarterback keeper. And Babcock dives down to about the 11.
Yeah, I would say.
With the tackle for
give him 4 yards almost.
Hit a 3 on the play. It'll be 2nd and 7 for the Tigers from the Blue Streak 11.
Individual rushing in the first half. Tate Slee, 9 carries for 57 yards. Good for about 6.5 yards a carry. And Greitman, 14 yards on that fake punt. Tigers now come to the line of scrimmage. We've got the wide formation to the far side, but give to Slee looking for running room. The Archbold defense swarms to the football. Slee picks up a short 2 yards, and that'll bring up third down. We'll call it 5 to go.
Yeah, wasn't a lot of maneuvering room there for Tate Slee, but that guy was pointed in the direction that he needed to go.
All right, in that first half, Liberty Center with 8 first downs, 3 rushing, 3 passing, 2 by penalty. And the Blue Streaks only 1 behind. They had 7 first downs to Liberty's 8. They had 2 rushing, 3 passing, and also 2 by penalty. All right, now Liberty Center, 3rd and 5. Ball just inside the 10-yard line of Archbold. Slee the lone setback. Babcock in the slot. Back to throw. Looks and thrown out there. I believe misconstrued pass route. But nevertheless, Babcock wise enough to throw that thing away. And a flag on the play will be going against Liberty Center on this 3rd and 5 situation.
Spike, the official called a holding play on one of the blocks there to protect quarterback Brian Babcock.
All right, just as we saw in the first half, Liberty Center took the penalty yardage. Now Archbold will do the same. So Liberty Center retains 3rd down. But they're going to be back there about 3rd down, and we'll call it 17 yards to go. They will have the ball at their own 22. They need to get to the 5 for a first down. So the standard wing left set. They fake to Babcock, dropping back under pressure, gets away from it, still on his feet, rambling around. Good block there by Huffman. Has time. Another great block by Hesterman, and a diving grab at the 22. Nice catch by Tate Slee, and after all of that scrambling, they do manage to get back to the line of scrimmage.
Yeah, how about the athletic talent of quarterback Brian Babcock eluding that rush, Spike? I mean, he had to dance all over the place and really ran a lot of yards, but you couldn't catch him back there.
Yeah, it kind of reminded me of a guy named Tarkington that used to play for the Vikings.
Fran Tarkington.
Oh, yes.
Oh, yeah.
Now, there's a difference. See, I like Brian Babcock, but I had little use for Fran Tarkington. I held him in disdain.
He might have been tough on your Lions.
A little, yeah. All right, 4th down, 17. Tigers going to go for it. Throws out there. Oh, great job there on the pit. Tell you what, they had Moeller open on that little skinny post, but a linebacker dropped off. I didn't get his number, but a leaping one-handed grab, and there's where the Streaks will get the football.
Yeah, Spike, that was number 30, if you're interested. But he did. He looked like he had Velcro on his fingertips. He reached out and owned that ball. And so that stops the drive there, and the Streaks will take over, albeit on their own 14-yard line.
All right, they come out with the wing set. Give to the lone setback. And
number 2, that was Brett Babcock, I believe, on the stop there.
Yep. And, of course, Jordan Espinoza, 59, down at the bottom of the pile, as always, helping to plug things up. Defensively, Andrew Hill led all Tiger tacklers with 6, 5 of those unassisted in that wide-open first half.
Some of those were extremely valuable,
yes,
to prevent some fireworks for the Blue Streaks.
Casey Bodenbender and Brian Babcock, each with 5, each with 4 unassisted tackles. All right, and then we move on to Carpenter, Tate Slee, and Kyle Hesterman, all with 4 apiece. Hesterman credited with 2 sacks. Jordan Espinoza, Deneb Foote, and Brett Babcock, each with 3 tackles. Brett with an interception. All right, 2nd down and 9. Man in motion away from the ball. Quick drop, they set it up. Nice flip out there, wide open, caught, and horse collar down by Brian Babcock. But completed up there, up across the 35-yard line. 1st and 10, Blue Streaks.
Yep, Kyle Hesterman had to go out to get some equipment worked on, and Mr. Kuzer in there to hold down the duties at that defensive end spot.
Yep, and Jamie's done a nice job on the scout team. There's one of those kids that he's not a real big kid, but he's got some tenacity, and he's made some plays when he's had the chance for Liberty Center in filling in roles. All right, the give off the right side, nothing doing there. Tigers' interior defense holds that to a couple-yard gain, so that'll bring up 2nd and 8.
Jordan Espinoza with the tackle for the Tigers. Gain of 2 on the play, 2nd and 8 for the Blue Streaks from their own 40.
All right, Tigers changed their linebacker configuration a little bit. Tate Slee catches a break. Now he's back out onto the field.
I think he caught the defensive signal there from the Tiger.
I see.
From the coach there, Spike.
All right, Tigers show 7 men up. Drops back to throw, under pressure, scrambles out of there. Now it's a foot race, chased by Perchlik, and ran out of bounds up around the 50-yard line, and that'll be enough for Archbold first down. 4:52 remaining here in the third quarter clock. Jim, a much faster quarter than what we had in the first half.
Well, they're not exactly lighting it up with passes, Spike, and exactly the clock is moving right along, but don't you just love the scoreboard?
Oh, absolutely. I love that 3 touchdown to 0 bit. All right, now they fake a little inside reverse. Breaks one tackle. Oh, really popped. Wow. Gain of about 3. Not sure who got the initial hit. All right, there's the answer. Tyler Carpenter, if you're picking up the public address system here.
Jordan Espinoza had him behind the line of scrimmage, Spike, but couldn't quite bring him down. He had good penetration there, and just couldn't get him stopped.
Yep, Tigers have done well at that all night long, but Archbold choosing to pass on most downs. So they show a wing right formation. A little fake on the crossbuck. Quarterback keeper chased out there, and Carpenter, big open field, hit it 45.
Yes, he did. He just drilled him.
Gain of a couple there. That'll bring up 3rd down.
It'll be 3rd and 5 for the Blue Streaks from the Liberty 45.
One thing here on pass receptions, Casey Bodenbender in that first half had 4 catches for 98 yards, 2 touchdowns, and Jason Moeller 2 catches for 75 yards and 1 touchdown. All right, 3rd down, just about 4 to go. Rolling to this side, his wrong side, now keeps it. Tigers slow him down, and he's going to be short of a first down. Weaker stepped up, got inside, forced him to belly her out just a little bit farther. Hesterman on the tackle, they give credit to, Jim?
Yep. 64 and 54. Kyle Hesterman, number 64, I think, credit for the stop, but as you say, Weakers actually caused him to divert his line, and that's where the committee came into play.
All right, here we go. Archbold deciding they don't have enough time. They've got to go after it now. They go with the wing back package to the left, offset eye. Now running in motion to the far side of the field. Here is the pitch. They're going to go for it on 4th down. Tigers get out there. Hold down! That's going to be short.
I don't know about the spot there. Depends on that. But Casey Bodenbender made good play on him there. And I think,
believe he's short.
Yes, he is. He's going to be
Great
short.
defensive stop by the Tigers in the open
Yeah,
field.
they're going to turn it over, Spike.
Liberty Tigers 1st and 10 from the Liberty 43.
Well, that Tiger roughneck defense, you know, one thing I'd like to point out, you look in the Crescent News every Wednesday, and it shows all the area leaders in every category, and there is not one Tiger defender listed in the top 30 tacklers in the area. However, not a one. But you look down through the total tackles between the players, and there are about 10 guys that are all right in there in one big group.
Yeah.
This Liberty Center team is a true team when it comes to defense.
They can all do it.
Yep. All right, give a little mix-up there.
Hey,
But
turned the
they,
mix up in four solid yards after banging around in there like a pinball.
Yeah, Tate Slee, solid gain there. We're going to call it 2nd down. 7 to go.
2nd and 6 for the Tigers from their own 45.
All right, now we're going to have to check at wing back. We see Hill taking a break. All right, Ryan McClure at wing back now out there on the far side.
Seeing action there.
And McClure in motion. Here's the give to the workhorse, Slee. Slee keeps driving, picks up a couple, and so now the Tigers will be faced with a
3rd and 5, probably.
Yeah.
8 of 2 on the play. It'll be 3rd and 5 for the Tigers from their own 40.
I think now Denham Foot getting a break, checking in, back in is Espinoza, so the Tigers continue to run different people in there as often as they can. You know, one concern is to get healthy. And I believe that's Perchlik. I think it might be Perchlik at center. Uh-oh, Babcock on a keeper. He's got running room down inside the 45.
Move the sticks,
Yep.
Spike. Yes.
Gain of about 8 on the play. They fake the Slee.
Yeah.
It'll be 1st and 10.
Yeah, and you could just see the Blue Streak defense kind of beat or focus on Slee, and they sort of took a step to meet him, and he didn't have the apple that time.
Yeah, Babcock with those big meat hooks kind of froze that ball to his thigh and held it out of the sight long enough to pick up 8 and a 1st and 10. So the Tigers come to the line of scrimmage. A minute to go here in a fast-moving 3rd quarter. They still lead it by that first half, 21-0 score. We've got wing right to this side. Slee behind the quarterback. Takes the handoff. Cuts it outside. Running room. Now inside a block. Great spin move. Stays on his feet inside the 35 and down to the 32-yard line. That might be enough for a Tiger first down, Jimmy boy.
Another one right off a first down there, but how about that hard to tackle Tate Slee?
Boy, well,
If you get ready to tackle him, you better mean business. And you're not just gonna pile into him or bump him or whatever. You got to wrap him up, hang on, and be prepared for some hard contact.
yep, that time out there behind Espinoza, Moeller, and Huffman, the guard on that side, picked his hole, cleaned up inside with his great moves. Now McClure in motion. Give the Slee inside. Slee truly breaks a tackle. Rambles, drives, pounds, and barrels his way inside the 20-yard line, and that's another Tiger first down. Pick up a 12.
Statistics on the first half
All right, it's on now. We missed that play. Go ahead and describe it, Jim.
Well, Spike Whitman had to run the camera a little bit. Landis was off doing something or other there, but handoff from quarterback Babcock to Brett Babcock, and he picked his way through the secondary there, made it a first down.
First and goal.
Down to the 8-yard line, Spike.
All right. Tigers come out now with Slee behind the quarterback Babcock. Brett Babcock offset to the right. Here's the give straight ahead to Slee. Slee pounds, drives, twists, get it inside the 5 and down to the 4.
Boy, Tate Slee did take quite a hit on that one play there, but he just sort of bounced off because, again, they didn't wrap him up, Spike. They just hit him, and that doesn't do it. Not for Tate Slee.
He's like an old ragweed, Jim. I think you can pound on that all night, and it ain't going to change anything. He just gets up and keeps going.
Oh.
All right, now Babcock back to the huddle. 10:59 clock running here in the 4th quarter.
Ball on the 4-yard line, I believe, if I can see through the trees.
Yep. Tigers with McClure as the wing to the right side. Slee behind center. And we're going to get a whistle, I believe. Probably too much time taken by the Tigers.
Yep, that's exactly the call. And you know, I wouldn't have hardly thought that, Spike. I mean, we're watching here a little bit, and I thought the guys were coming pretty good, but maybe they were coming close. You know how that can go. You sort of, you're getting by, and just a second or two too long, and that guy's keeping time on you, and so here comes the old yellow flag. Not a good flag when you're down there on the goal line.
No, and the Tigers need this to just kind of polish things off and get everything solidly chalked into a win column here. All right, we come out with a Slee, the single setback. Wing to either side with McClure and Babcock. Give the Slee straight ahead, and he's into the end zone! 9 yards away, Tate Slee cut it back up inside the left side.
Yeah, nice early block in there. I think Mike Huffman had a nice block in there.
Yeah, that's Huffman and
gosh, who
Espinosa's side.
Jordan there, 59. And
they simply sealed it, Jim. Probably had a good guard pull someplace in there to help seal that. Cut back through into the end zone, 9 yards out. Tigers score.
Yeah, and you know, Blue Streaks probably thought they had a little breathing room after that penalty. Had them march back away from the goal line there.
Yeah.
But, hey, Tigers are all about executing.
All right. Kick is up and appears to be good.
Yeah.
Yep, Tigers go up now 28-0 over Archbold.
Wow. A lot of seats, Spike.
Jim, I'd like to hear that fight song about 5 more times this year.
Oh, Spike, I think we've got a good chance.
Yep. Tigers now at their record will move more than likely here. Their record will move to 9-1, and with a very solid opportunity to win the #1 spot in Region 22. Even if they don't take over #1, I believe they're safe and they won't drop to #3. But they'll definitely be hosting a game at home next week.
Yeah, speculation is it could be Ottawa Hills, or is there a Steubenville out there or something that's, you know, kind of in the mix?
I'm not sure they're in our region. There's a Steubenville Catholic, I believe, but I'd have to see the regions. I don't know.
Yeah.
I mean, there's different ones. There's Sandusky St. Mary's is a possibility, and
the Tigers will be ready to take on all comers. I mean, that's a thrill of having a second season. You're not going to know about them, and they're not going to know about you, and we can show them that our league plays a tough brand of football. And Spike...
all right, a little pooch there, a little end over end, taking it to 29-yard line. And a big open field hit.
64, Kyle Hesterman.
That kid, Jim, he's a machine.
He can not only exhibit great speed like he did against Delta last week, running down that Delta back, but he can get her done. 69.
Okay, Blue Streaks with the ball at their 39-yard line. Give straight ahead. Honacki, 77 in there, one of the hitters.
Getting 69, Joe Spicer. Is Joe out there?
Yeah.
All right. Joe's listed as a guard or defensive tackle at 160 pounds, being a junior.
All right, Denham Foot also on the inside for the Tiger defense. Kuzer, I believe, out here.
Yeah.
Yeah, Kuzer out here at the left defensive end. So the Tigers continue to keep fresh troops in there. 9:24, they lead it. In trouble now, Honacki with pressure, and that forces the pass to be well overthrown.
Honacki showing good speed on that bull rush he had going there, Spike. I mean, that guy was motoring right in there at that quarterback.
Ryan McClure now as a defensive back drops off. Tigers with 4 DBs, a true 4-3-4 set. Now pass swung out there, caught.
Seth Weekers.
Yep, Seth Weekers, nice job of running him down out there.
Literally, and then Andrew Hill there to polish, and also number 18, Ryan McClure there to make sure nothing was going to happen.
All right.
So that's kind of exemplifies how the Tigers play defense. Somebody might have the tackle, but nobody takes that for granted, and they all get there.
Yes,
and that's
definitely.
That's the way to prevent the big play from happening on occasion.
All right, 4th down and about 3 yards to go. The Blue Streak's going to go for it. They fake the handoff, rolling hard right. Here comes Slee. and breaks that one and gets the first down inside the 50 into Tiger territory.
Slee missed him, but Seth Wiegers made a good sure tackle on number 12. And, you know, that's going to be a bruised quarterback there, Spike. The way they closed out the first half against him, I kind of wondered whether we'd even see him the second half. Because the defensive ends were taking turns wailing on him just as that half was coming to a close.
Yeah, well, we'll see how maybe he is Saturday morning, if he can even move. All right, Blue Streaks with the 1st and 10 at the Tiger 47. They fake the pitch. Now they try to swing that little delay inside. Hit there by hit by Babcock at the 40. And a gain of 7 on the play. The Blue Streaks had the Tigers off balance a couple different times in that first half. But Liberty Center continues that huge seasonal advantage in that giveaway takeaway, as you asked about. And that kind of held the Blue Streaks out of the end zone. All right, Tigers show a 4-3-4 power drive and brought down from behind by, Quigley in there.
Yeah, let's give him some credit there. That's a guy that fills in on occasion and does a credible job.
Yep, they like Quigley too. They think he can be something special next year.
Yeah, Joe Spicer going out after a good stint in there.
Yeah, let's see, 51 at defensive tackle for the Tigers.
Eric Hill, a big fella. They got him listed at 240 pounds.
Oh, Honaki says that ain't gonna work. Tigers swarm all over that quarterback sneak. Blue Streaks end up getting, we'll call it 3 out of there, 2nd down and 7.
2nd and 7 for the Blue Streaks from Liberty, 33.
No, Jim, all in all, a very solid effort again for Liberty Center.
Yeah, and that's precisely what you want, Spike. You don't want to be backing into the playoffs. Yeah,
well,
that's going to draw a flag. I'm sure Brian Babcock meant no harm there, but there was, when it come time to wrestle him down, that's about all there was to grab or kind of hug.
Well, and
that's what he did.
When you're in the open field like that, you don't have you've got an angle on a guy, but you don't, everybody's running at full speed. If you try to grab shoulder pads, that's just too big. That's too much to grab.
Yeah.
You've either got to make that diving effort down there around his ankles, or else you've got to go high. I mean, sometimes you have no choice.
Exactly, and I think the runner kind of ducked into it then too. So sometimes you just, that's all you've got. But it was, no harm intended. He just had to bear hug him, get him stopped, and happened to have.
Well, and it didn't mean that he actually had his face mask. He could have had underneath his helmet, anywhere on that in that situation.
Yeah, Josh Kuzer being replaced by Kyle Hesterman.
Okay. They're going to run that little quarterback sneak again. The Tiger defense all over that, just like a goal line stand.
Yeah, that's exactly
1st and goal
case.
just inside the 10, and that'll be thrown for maybe a yard on the play.
The Tiger defense wants to preserve that goose egg there, Spike.
Yeah.
Boy, talking about the storied history between these two teams, there was a streak in there where the Blue Streaks, the Archbold Blue Streaks, beat the Tigers 17 straight times.
Oh. Yeah, the Blue Streaks had everything their way for a long time in the NWOAL. All right, now they give to Skyver off that left side, gets down maybe to the 5-yard line, but the Tigers once again swarm all over that. And that's, again, what a lot of times makes it tough for us to get the first tackler. They give credit to Brett Babcock.
Yeah, no, Tigers are saying, I don't think so here, Archbold, but Archbold, on the other hand, man, you haven't played the game, Spike. You just don't want that 0 up there. You want to score.
All right, 3rd and goal from the 4. Here come the Blue Streaks. 5:25 left in the ball game. Quarterback now rolls out on a keeper.
Kyle Hesterman
Hesterman all over that.
Kyle Hesterman playing that defensive end position so well, like we've seen him all season long. He just wouldn't let him outside of him, and he wouldn't let him inside of him. He just went ahead and nailed him.
He has played one tremendous game this year on the defensive side of the ball.
Yeah.
Forget the fact that he's a great offensive tackle, but
right.
But yet you can't point to just him, just the entire defense.
Yeah, we were talking about that off the air, Spike, that these Tigers, sure, there's your sprinkling of stars out there, but to a man from one end to the other end, across the defensive backfield.
Throws into the end zone, incomplete, 4th down stop, and the Tigers will take over there at the 7-yard line.
Yeah, now somebody didn't run that pattern correctly, because we haven't seen that quarterback miss one that badly all night, Spike.
No, but definitely he's got a lot of talent, and that'll show in his next 2 seasons.
Oh, yeah, but good defense there. Tigers had it all covered. I mean, they had plenty of chances down there in the red zone, if you will, and Tigers said, nope, not going to happen.
Babcock back out onto the field now, 28-0, Liberty Center with the football. Or is that Purdue? Is that Purdue number? I can't tell from here.
It's number 8.
Okay. All right, yeah. Probably a little too tall for Purdue. All right, give off the right side. Running room there. Gain of about 8.
34,
Greitman.
John Greitman.
Landis actually our key spotter up here with the ability to zoom in.
You know, I think John's had two carries tonight for, I don't know, about a 12, 14-yard average, Spike.
Yep, pretty close. Gain of 8 there for Greitman. So far, so good. Give straight ahead. Greitman blasting through there. We've known John Greitman for his slithering eel quickness and his ability to squirm through. That time, he simply blasted straight ahead, got a good fire out.
Yeah, and you know, we
hit the line quick.
On occasion, talk depth, and depth is what makes a good team as they look toward the second season, which will begin next week at Tiger Stadium on a Saturday, I understand, Spike.
Yes, that's right, Saturday night.
Anyway, Tigers have got talent all over the place.
All right, Jordan Purdue now running the controls. Here is the give. Sagers barrels his way ahead up across the 25-yard line. Positive yardage here. And the clock running at the 3:25 mark.
Yeah. Well, Spike, it's a thing to do. Keep working on that depth or building on the future. With the score 28-0, it's just good to hear the public address announcer come up with some different names.
Yeah.
You know, that's, I mean, you know, the scout team's tired of getting wailed on all week. They got to come out and have some fun themselves.
All right, quick hitter straight ahead. Greitman finds a huge hole, continues to pound his way ahead.
Yeah, who is
all the
doing
way
that?
up to the 36-yard line.
Who's doing the blocking on the left side there now for the Tigers out there? We have to set that, Spike. I think Jacob Perchlick is out there. Number 51's out there, Eric Hill. They've got some fresh troops scattered throughout that line there now.
Yep. Greitman a gain of 10 yards. That'll make it a first down at the 36.
Philip Meyer in at left tackle, I believe.
Yep. All right, now they give to Sager, trying to kick it outside. He breaks that tackle, stays on his feet, twists and turns, drives, picks up 6. Clock continues to run. 2:32 here in the 4th quarter. One thing, I want to run down through the list of these coaches. You know, we talk about the kids, and it truly is their game. But these coaches are out there for hours and hours and hours every night with these guys. We've got Jeremy Babcock, Chris Riggy, Rob Myers, Casey Moeller, Joe Perchlick, Tim Spees, Doug Upel, Rex Lindgren, Matt Bryan, Carl Carter, Josh Atkinson, and Scott Barrett, also Ryan Miller. Boy, that's enough coaches, I think, to field the starting offense, Jim.
Yeah, a lot of those were names that were integral with
absolutely.
great Tiger football of yesteryear.
Yep.
Not all of them, but a lot of them. I mean, Rex Lindgren didn't play Tiger football. We know that.
Boy, but he played some big-time football, though. I can even remember when he played for the old timers. He was a fullback.
And his son got a cup of coffee with your Detroit Lions.
Okay, give straight ahead. Greitman picks up a yard on the play. It'll bring up 4th down. Clock running at 1:18. Well, I think one thing the Tigers have to be happy with, the Tiger leadership at the top, they've got to be happy that I think we kept everybody relatively injury-free.
Yeah.
We're seeing McClure work his way back into the lineup. Brett Babcock getting stronger week by week. Now, Paul Smith.
Yes,
they've
Paul Smith.
been able to keep him out, but he should be ready to go next week.
Well, that's good. Boy, oh boy, Paul Smith's a big part. But you know, even with the depth the Tigers have, they can get by without somebody.
All right, Tigers are going to go for it on 4th down, and all over that.
Yeah, nothing doing on the right side there that time.
All right, so Archbold takes over. They'll have it on Liberty Center's 43. 36 seconds left in the contest.
Timeout called by the Tigers.
Okay, after the Tiger timeout, they set the defense. Gehrig rolls out, pass completed at the 42. And the Tigers finally swarm all over that, haul him down inside the 25-yard line. And the play blown dead. 10 seconds off the clock on that play.
It'll be 1st and 10 for the Blue Streaks.
PA system gives Jordan Perdue and Huffman credit on the tackle. Now the Blue Streaks, determined to try to get on the scoreboard, they're going to call a timeout with 25 seconds left. Set to go here after the timeout. Archbold sends 3 wide receivers to the far side. Goring rolls, looks, fires underneath, caught there at the 15-yard line. And there goes Blue Streaks. They're going to crack the scoring column with 16 seconds to go.
Yeah, a couple Tigers had a shot at him, but that guy being pretty slippery, and Blue Streaks weren't to be denied there, Spike. They were going to get something to yell about, and pretty thin crowd. Archbold Blue Streak faithful get something to yell about here.
Yep. Well, it's really academic.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, no question. I mean...
Uh-oh, flag on the play.
Yeah. How many they got? I think they've got too many men out there, Spike. 3, 5, 7, 9, 11, 12, maybe? They got 12 out there?
Now, at the porch coach meeting last night,
somebody better get off.
Somebody, no, we're going to wave it off.
He's counted them, and he says they're okay.
Now, I had predicted 27-7 Liberty Center.
Whoa.
But I think somebody at the porch coach meeting had 28-7 Liberty Center. All right, kick up, end over end, and splits the uprights good. 28-7, and that may have made one of the porch coaches a happy man as he'll win that pot. It slowly builds. It averages about $12 a week times 10 games, so somebody's in for a nice little kickback if they had that final score right.
Yeah, but you got to be impressed with these Tigers tonight, Spike. You know, you mentioned early on, you know what? It is possible that they could come out a little flat. I remember you saying that. And, yeah, I mean, that would be the normal thing. They're in the playoffs. They've done all they can. This team here isn't a strong Archbold team as some have been in the past. But, boy, oh, boy, to the Tigers' credit, they showed up and meant business right from the get-go. Didn't get blown away by that razzle-dazzle, whatever we call it, you know. They adjusted and found an answer.
Yep.
I think they're confident. I believe they deserve to be confident.
Okay, back deep for Liberty Center, number 7 and number 6.
Number 6 is Andy Spees.
All right, number 7.
Damian Mays.
Yes, both good return men. Good, quick. Mays.
Freshman.
Yep, I've heard a lot of rave,
David Mays and Andy Spees, Steve
or a lot of good things about him. And of course, we saw Spees run a guy down in a game. All right, that's going to go back, taken there by Mays at the 10-yard line. Oh, slips and falls. He was looking to make a cut, but nothing there. 12 seconds remaining in the game clock.
Well, it's time for that condensation or dew or whatever you say to come back. And, I mean, it's hard to keep your footing now, and he was ready to make a cut and lost his footing.
All right, Tigers' second unit out there as we wind this thing down. Well, we'll wait and see now how the percentages all draw out. Tigers will catch a break. This is only Archbold's 9th game, so their record officially coming in 1-7. And the team from Michigan, Whiteford, only plays a 9-game season. So the Tigers will get a small percentage adjustment there. And that'll actually give them a boost, and it could be enough to vault them into first place. We have to believe that Hopewell Loudon will win their game. They were favored to win tonight. And so it'll be a matter of the secondary points that build up through the season, plus the Tigers get that extra break with the dividing factor. And don't ask me how it works.
But Spike, do we care? I mean,
well, it really doesn't matter. It really doesn't matter at all. Simply,
do you get seeded to where you would play the lowest ranked team or something?
That is the difference. If you're number 1, you play 8.
Okay.
If you're number 2, you play number 7.
All right.
And at this point, it really doesn't matter. Tigers' main thing here is they came out and put a huge effort, solid effort in here against a wide-open Archbold offense. They win it 28-7, giving up that very late, meaningless touchdown in the last minute of the game. Jimmy, we got people getting healthy. Things are starting to look better and better for Liberty Center's fortunes.
Oh, I think they're very excited looking ahead. I think they're playing with confidence, Spike, and deservedly so. They've continued to improve. They've built a lot of depth, and they are a solid football team.
Yep, and we've talked about all the different aspects of the game and how the Tigers have done so well. But when certain individuals have been able to step up their game, and I'm talking about 2 of our big boys, Denham Foote and Jordan Espinoza.
Yeah.
I mean, these guys are our offensive and defensive anchors at the tackles. And then when you got Bobby Black to throw in there, and you've got Hesterman at a tackle.
Carpenter, a solid interior line play there.
Yeah, as an offensive guard. The defensive ends are tough. You got McClure coming back. He solidifies things. Now the Tigers can move even more people around. You got Brett Babcock now, who is every week getting stronger himself. And by next week, I assume that he'll really be able to assume an even larger role in the running game as well as on defense.
Yeah, so, did you mention Ryan McClure having a difficult season, albeit because of a real early injury there, even in the offseason? Here he is hanging tough, played, done his time, worked out, gotten himself back in shape, and he's getting in more and more.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, you know, his nickname last year was Mean McClure. McMean, they called him.
McMean?
Yeah, I mean, he's got experience at defensive back. He's got experience at defensive end.
Yeah.
And he's got experience just plain hitting.
Well, that's that depth we talk about. I mean, you know, even the front core of offensive backs, Ryan Sager and John Greitman.
Oh, yeah.
They ready to step in there and, you know, keep it going.
Yep. And now tonight, Liberty showcased the pass. Now teams, you made this point earlier, they don't know what to prepare for. So Tigers heading into the playoffs. That'll be a home game at Liberty Center next Saturday night. And
7:30?
Yeah, I believe 7:30 will be the start time. One other thing we want to mention, the football highlight tapes with music accompaniment and the play-by-play also there are now ready. Give me a call, 533-8691. Entire 10-year set, including this year when it's ready. A total cost of just $50. Individual highlight DVD or tape is 7. And of course, you can get any game from any of the previous 10 years, starting with the 95-96 season up through the present. Any game is available. So,
boy, Spike, who's painstakingly researched and put all that together?
Well, it was a lot of it. Dave Moeller, for example, was the one who had the original idea, kept pushing me to get it going. And so Dave and I and Tom Fry went through 8 years of football, getting everything caught up. We've had my son put the music together in about a 12-hour package. Mark Bly has been the brains and the equipment man behind actually putting the music to the games.
The editor.
The editor, yeah.
Fit all those snips together to make it into a flowable, cohesive, nice program.
Yeah, with that putting that music on there, not an easy chore. So anyway, get a hold of me because those truly a treasure to behold for years to come. The Tigers over there in their post-game ceremonies in front of the home crowd. So with that, we'll wrap it up here from Archbold Spangler Field. Liberty Center now moves into the playoffs on the crest of this 28-7 win over Archbold. Jimmy, I think that's about all there is. We'll wrap her up on that. So for my man on the video cam, Mr. Burmeister, and my sidekick, Jim Leatherman, this is Old Spiker signing off here from Archbold. 28-7, Tigers win it. We'll see you next week.